As a lot of people keep requesting to use uh, a team to beat stage 3 with no Matrona, I used this team that Marili recommended to me. He said he'd beat with Chandler and it was pretty good. So I gave it a go, using Chandler as my taunt character, which works out pretty well because the counters are actually pretty decent. Obviously, you can also replace with like Green DN, Blue Derriere. The important thing is to have a taunt, but Chandler goes beyond because his counters are also pretty decent for damage. It's not anything insane, obviously, but it works. Even in phase 4, well, his level 1 counter, because of Miguelda's passive, still does damage. Obviously, Miguelda's passive, Arthur's damage increase, the counters still do damage. So again, I did get this recommendation from Marili. I'll link his video description. Actually, now I'll link. Okay, there's a video he made beating the bird with Griamore. I'm gonna link that video. He used Griamore with the Holy Relic, and I feel like that video should have got way more views than it did. Maybe the algorithm just didn't kick in correctly on that one, because I feel like it's something that would get a lot of views. So, if you want to check that video after this one, please give me watch time. Feel free to. It's pretty good. Griamore, he did use Miguelda, because Miguelda plus Melly is like the god of this stage, but I'm pretty sure it was Griamore, Goddess Liz, Meliodas, and Miguelda. So still pretty impressive. So with Chandler here, I actually held on to like a level 2 counter because I was thinking to go to phase 4 with a level 3 counter, but instead I actually thought, oh, actually no. So phase 3 of the first floor is always a concern to me because he removes buffs, right? And when I'm not using Matrona, I always fear that he's gonna remove the buffs from my taunt, then remove Meliodas' buffs, or like Miguelda's buffs, which is not ideal. But Chandler's counter is not a buff, is a stance. So he doesn't remove it. He doesn't remove stances. So he can single target as much as he wants. The taunt is still gonna be there, and he's gonna get countered, and dies. Oh, he doesn't die. I did this like a few hours ago. Actually, good that he didn't die, because if he had died, I would have gone to the second phase with only one melee card, and you know, here I actually managed to go there with melee ult, melee level 3, and a Miguelda ultimate. And also here, you're gonna see the counters, because I do pop a counter card, and then I pop in my cards. I'm not expecting to kill, because of course only 3 cards. But I actually wasn't expecting for the Chandler to counter and to actually do damage on phase 4. But hey, this is a level 1 counter. HP defense Chandler. Boom. You know, it's only 10,000, right? It's not that much, but like it's damage. This is phase 4 we're talking about. So any damage is like, oh, he's doing damage? Again, yeah, HP defense. Oh, he had like only 2 stacks of Miguelda, but still counts. Still counts. Mostly I think it's the damage increase from Arthur. One thing is, of course, it's a bit of it's a bit of a like an inverse of what actually Chandler wants to do, because I am using, you know, melees with the insane damage reduction and Arthur. So I have like insane damage reduction. Chandler is not going to take that much damage, right? So his counters are not going to be as strong, but it's better that way because, like, even though, yeah, Chandler would have been countering harder, it's not like I'm going to be countering hard and then just full lifesteal or something, because my lifesteal has been greatly reduced throughout the stages, right? So, you know, even though he would counter harder, it's not hard enough to actually warrant taking that much more damage. So it's just better this way with the Arthur plus Meliodas. It just works out pretty well. I mean, Arthur plus Melee plus Miguelda is pretty nasty, because you get the all the buffs, so you get like insane like defense related stats, right? And then you get the insane damage reduction and damage increase from Arthur plus Meliodas. It's like, you're such a tank, right? I mean, that's why I've only beaten so far the new Bambi boss with Arthur plus Meliodas. right? Megalda doesn't work on that boss, but Arthur plus Meliodas, the damage reduction combo is absolutely insane. So here, I mean, I want to, you know, get as many double single targets as I can. I didn't use Chandler's counter in the first turn because I had a run where I used it, and I couldn't get another counter for the phase 2 because, of course, you gotta have a taunt for phase 2, or else it just kills you, right? So you gotta have that ready to go, and I didn't have it, so I had to restart. So this time around, I actually saved the counter card just in case I didn't get one. This time I did, obviously. The time the one time, of course, that you save the counter card is the time that you're gonna get an extra one. It's just how it is. But I think, yeah, Chandler, I think, kills here with the counters. That actually did kill, but of course the bird has was it? That's not even 10% of health, is it? It might be 10%. 10% revive when he dies on phase 2. I actually forgot what's the exact number. So here, I obviously didn't put on a counter or anything because this phase, the way I do it is I do 1 hit, 1 damage cap, and then I wait for the next turn to do 3 more damage cap hits. You can just try to kill him in 1 turn, obviously, but I just prefer it this way. Especially now that you can cleanse the infect with Megalda. So I go for all these guys. I haven't been really getting melee the most stacks here. Not as much as I'll wish. Because I've actually been killing it a little bit too fast without attacking too much because of the counters, which is a little counterproductive for melee. But it's fine. So here again, put in the... I saw that I could put the level 3 counter, I was like, I have to. I have to put level 3 counter. It wasn't worth it, you'll see. Like, the level 3 counter didn't go that hard. It would have been much better if I ulted with melee, put in level 2 counter, but... You know, 80k? Not bad. You're gonna get 3 counters. Those are crits on 80k. Not bad, you know? He does have good lifesteal right there, actually, because of Megalda. Because, you know, on the bird, he, like, massively lowers your lifesteal. But Megalda's buffs, you know, counter that, you know, lowering. So, it works out, obviously, pretty well. Kill him. And then floor 3, I actually had an issue. Not that Chandler wasn't good for it, but I got very unlucky, so you're gonna see I actually did end up resetting a bit. But, again, it worked out pretty well. I would say that, you know, obviously, Chandler for this phase was a little bit complicated because I had no buff removal. And those were, like, the times I actually had to, like, restart, because I was like, ooh, actually, should have pushed melee ultimate for buff removing and stuff like that. Now having a buff removal, this is why, you know, maybe Derriere would be better if you don't have Matrona than even DN, because of the buff removal, plus, obviously, Derriere also has, like, a really good ultimate. But, yeah, this team doesn't have any buff removers. The only buff removal I have is Melee's ultimate. That's it. That's the only buff removal I have, so I have to rely on that. I put in the counter again. Go for a double single target, because of course I wanna, you know, as much as I can get Melee's passive to keep stacking. Like I said, the damage reduction, you'd think it wouldn't be good for Chandler, because you do want him to take more damage, but here especially, like, my characters take so much damage, right? I don't want him to be just raw taking all of that, you know? So the damage reduction is very good. I think I kill here? Yeah. Listen, this is the thing, right? Melee doesn't care about phase 3, or floor 3. Damage cap level 1, he doesn't care. He just doesn't give, he doesn't give one. He doesn't care. The bird can have 500 billion defense, it doesn't matter. I mean, provided he crits. If he decides not to, if he decides it's not his time to crit, then yeah, you're screwed. But if he does crit, and here I make a bit of a mistake. This is where I kind of screwed up. I don't know why I thought that it would have been worth, because you know, he deleted my Chandler cards. So Melee's cards combined, so I got the ultimate. I decided to use the ultimate here, which was so dumb. I should have just double attacked with melee, like 2 level 1s and boom. Because that would have killed, right? But they ult. I don't know why. I have no idea why I did that. Because look, like obviously Meli's going to damage cap with his level 1 card, right? Like phase 2 is not nearly as tanky as phase 3, for example, here. And I get pounded. And I mean pounded by my card RNG after this turn. So I go with doing like a double single target. Went with Melaskilla's card because I did actually want her to do some damage here. She did okay. Megalda is never really here for damage. See, look at those cards. Look at the cards in my head now. Just so trash. Just a bunch of Arthur and Chandler cards that are worth nothing. And obviously, you know, after the first seal, you're not going to be able to use any of Chandler's counters again, right? Because he seal stance cards in the first turn. And then it's going to be, oh yeah, this is where I did that. So I ended up resetting because, go back here, I realized he had a buff card coming, right? And I was like, oh my god, I actually have to go for Meli's buff, or buff removal, because I don't have any buff removal cards. So I was like, oh, I made a bad play, I'm going to restart my game. In the bird specifically, or the new Bambi as well, if you make a bad play before, you know, the turn comes back to you, if you reset the game, you can go back that very same turn. Oh. What am I doing? I was about to say. Yeah, so I moved the card 3 times, attacked, because I did, again, need the buff removal. Also because I can't take too long here. He's gonna start, you know, sealing my stuff. He's already gonna seal my buff cards here. Or debuff cards. So I won't be able to use Arthur's single target, nor Chandler's single target. Or Arthur's I can, but not the level 2. This is why, you know, Chandler, for this, you know, floor wasn't the greatest. Because again, for the most part, his counters only work for the first 2 phases. And then right here, he's pointless, right? If only his passive worked. But his passive, you know, obviously doesn't work. Again, I reset. Oh, no, I didn't. So, my game crashed. I never have my game crash, ever. And my game just crashed right there, and I was like, oh, okay, well, okay. I guess I'll keep that in. My game just suddenly crashed. So I go for, obviously, you know, getting him as low as possible. You want him to have as low as possible HP in the first turn of phase 4, because he would do exponentially more damage to you if the more HP he has, right? So I missed both crits there, which was annoying, to say the least. It is what it is. That's how Meli operates. And he was very confused on what to do, because I got the worst rule possible. I got the one that if he drops below 25, he full heals. That's the worst you can have. So I need to, of course, be very careful what I'm doing here, or else I'm going to drop him below 25 and lose, basically. Because the moment he full heals, for the most part, you lost. Like, unless you're using the Meli, Arthur, Megalda, Matrona team, you lost. With the Matrona team, it's fine because you got the passive heal for Matrona. But here, Chandler is completely pointless. Like, he's not even doing anything. He can't attack. The only thing he can do is ult, which I actually use his ult here. Because his ultimate is not going to do that much damage. I don't have to worry about him dropping the bird below 25 here. So I just... No, I think... Do I ult here? I don't think I do. No, yeah, I check how much HP he has. I was like, okay, I can go for the ult and have no problems. Because I never worry about his ult. So long as he has low HP, the bird's own ult doesn't really do much, right? So I go for the Chandler ult to lower him a little bit more. The less HP he has, the less damage is going to do to you. This attack won't do anything because he has dodge. So when he has dodge, it's actually a good time to actually, like, get some cards out of your hand. So here I was facing, again, not getting the best cards. Like, if I had got, like, a level 2 melee card, that would be a guaranteed kill. But level 1s aren't as guaranteed. I had to make a quick cut. I forgot what I was talking about. But I hope I mentioned that I was trying to, like, dance around his restriction that he can't drop below 25% or he full heals. So I go for Melee's ultimate next turn. Melee's ultimate is of course very powerful, and he removes buffs, which is important, because of course he keeps buffing himself and giving himself immunity. Yeah, he was going to the next turn. I was like, I'm pretty confident that Melee is going to kill here. I don't have max buffs, unfortunately. No, I haven't been able to actually, like, full heal to get Megada's passive too much. But I'm pretty confident he's going to kill. So I go for, I check his HP. He does have above damage cap HP, so he has 345. And the damage cap, of course, is 337. But at the same time, I knew that he had an HP buff, so if I remove his buffs, he's going to die, right? If I hit damage cap. So I go for getting as many buffs as possible, to do the 2 single targets before even attacking. Don't ult with Megalda because that would actually bypass a dodge. Then I ult with Melee, remove his buffs, and look at the HP. Can you even see the HP? Can you even see the HP? You can't see the HP. You can't. If he had hit for 263, 965, I would have killed. I promise I would have killed. I don't know how much HP he had actually right there. Could have been like 3, not 1. He full heals, so I reset the game. I was like, that's BS. Come on. Like, come on. Like, you really... My Melee is really not gonna kill because of, like, he's surviving to like 1 HP, like legitimately 1 HP. So, instead, I don't ult with Melee this time because I believe... I don't know if that's exactly how it works. If you just, if you reset the game and you go again, your character can do, like, more damage or less damage than previous. So I was like, if it doesn't end up being the scenario that I do less damage again, then what's the point, right? If I do more damage, cool, but if I do less damage, that's So I forgot. I paused to, like, think of what I was gonna do, and then I forgot to unpause before using the cards, but it's fine. Yeah, I was like, okay, let me not play with that. I'm just gonna move on to the next turn and, go for the kill then with doing a little bit more damage, or at least getting a little bit more stacks from Ellie. So here I'll pop both Megalda's heals. Again, he would drop below damage cap by removing his HP buff regardless, but I did this time actually go for attacking first with Chandler, just so I would have even more buffs. And I know Chandler's attack does, like, no damage, right? So you wouldn't drop him below 25 anyways. I attack with Chandler first before buffing. Not that he mattered. I was gonna do that, but it didn't matter because he already had 5 buffs anyway, so he was gonna do the max he would do anyways, even if I healed before or after. So I give Melee, as many buffs as I can, and then of course I kill. Cool team, cool team. Again, I think I don't recommend Chandler. His counters are cool. Again, for certain phases, his counters can actually be pretty good. Look at those blue crystals. His counters can actually be pretty good, as you could see, but for the most part, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it could be better to just use the Rieri or the N. I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and that's it.